this is Ms. McKean, and I will be talking about distance learning in this video. I will be going over a very general overview of what it will look like at LCHS and then providing an example of what distance learning can look like. This is a totally new concept for most of us, and I find that whenever I'm introduced to a new concept, looking at examples and working through them can really help me to understand them, so I'm hoping that this does the same for you. I do want to reiterate, this is an example specifically for my IB history class, so please know that this will look different depending on subject, depending on teacher, and depending on a lot of different things. We have been all provided the same guidelines and resources, but it will look different depending on our subjects and our own styles. For example, one of those resources we have been provided is Zoom, which is an online conferencing tool, kind of like FaceTime or Skype, but for multiple people. And I know personally I will not be using this all too much, but I know a lot of teachers who do plan on using it more often. So definitely make sure you're consistently checking Synergy and tracking what each teacher is structuring their virtual classroom like. So let's go ahead and start off with the logistics of distance learning. The calendar will be going, just like it has said, in every single district communication that has been sent out from April 16th, which is a Thursday, until May 29th, the originally scheduled last day of the school year. Just so you also know, we will not be going on a typical school day schedule from 7:45 to 3. Instead, we are adopting an independent study model. What that means is teachers will be distributing work. You will complete the work at your own pace, and then when you have questions, teachers will be having different office hours available for you to reach out to them and ask for help. And then you will be turning in work on a specified date. Now, the specified dates at LCHS have been picked by the school as a whole, and we will be going by department to alleviate the workload on you so that way you're not turning in everything on the same day. So here's what it will look like. So anytime you have English work, it will be due Monday. Anytime you have science work, it will be due Wednesday, and so on and so forth. Just so you know, the only reason that Thursday is red is because I teach social science, so that's just a signal to me, and other than that, it means nothing else. So to give you an example of what this will look like, this is kind of like module style learning that happens in online classes in college, where teachers assign something at the beginning of the week, and then you have the week to complete it at your own pace, and then you turn it all in on one day. So that's exactly what will be happening here. This calendar is set up for the Thursday turn-in dates, where things can be assigned on Friday, and then they go until Thursday. So we're starting on April 16th. You will be getting work, and then it will be due Thursday the 23rd. Then you will be getting new work, maybe distributed Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, depending on the teacher, and then you will turn it in on Thursday, and so on and so forth until it is over. So just know that each subject will be sectioned off into weeks, and for social science and VAPA, which is visual and performing arts, it is due on Thursday. Now I'm going to go into a little bit of what distance learning is going to look like in my classroom for IB History Year 1. This is going to be their master Google Slides. This is like their textbook. I will be linking every single video, assignment, quiz, whatever, into this Google Slides so that way it's their go-to. I'm also going to be working on compiling distance learning FAQs, frequently asked questions, which I have linked here for them. And then also I will be making that available to all of you as well in the next few days. I had sent this out to my students before we had received guidelines from the district, so I just want to update that for them, that instead of things being distributed on Monday and being due on Friday, we are now going with the school's guidelines that work will be assigned on Friday and then is due on the following Thursday. Also, just some logistics. Anything in this Google Slides with a black underline can be clicked to access the link. So this is a black underline. I want to differentiate because on further slides there will be red and blue underlines. So the black underlines mean you can click it and then it will take you to the appropriate thing. So I will be holding office hours signed up through signup.com. So when my students want to sign up for that help with tutoring, they can go ahead and click that link and it will take them to this website called signup.com. Maybe eventually at some point it will come up. And what this will do is this will allow them to sign up for the different office hour spots. Every teacher will be implementing office hours a little bit differently. Some might be doing open Zoom calls where they'll say, I'll be on Zoom from this time to this time. Feel free to join at any time. So definitely make sure that you are reading your teacher's emails or however it is that they contact you And so that way you can be totally in the know. What I would really suggest doing is, since every teacher will be doing things a little bit differently, I would probably set up a chart that shows, oh, this is when my first period teacher's office hours are. This is when my second period teacher's office hours are. This is the best way to contact each of them. So like I said, this Google Slides is going to be my students' master go-to list for everything. So this is going to be the timeline of what we will be doing. So this is what it will look like for them, so that way they know coming into it, week 1, this is what we'll be doing, week 2, etc. And then like I said before, anything with a black underline, if you click it, it will take you to where you want to go. So let's say that some of my students got ahead on some of their work and they want to look ahead to week 5. This is underlined in black, and so you click it, it will take you to the information for week 5. You can also then click down here to go back to the table of contents. So this is what I will be doing for IB history. I've included some voluntary and optional work that they can work on in order to get ahead of things before we start distance learning, and they have to do work for all of their classes. And then each week, this is how they will know what they are doing, what resources to use. I will be including the objectives for the week. Any videos will be linked here, any assignments will be linked here, and then open note quizzes will be linked here. I have been getting a lot of questions about what assessments will look like, and I want to start off with that this is going to have to look different than what it typically looks like in a classroom. To give you an example of how I will be implementing assessments, since like I said earlier, every teacher will be implementing things differently, I will be giving open note content quizzes through Google Forms. That's what will be linked here. And then my students will be able to use their notes. I'm using it more of as a check for understanding to make sure that they're on the right page. And then that way they are seeing what has been deemed the significant content that they need to know. So I hope that this overview and specific example have helped you to understand distance learning a little bit better. We are all going to get through this together. If you have any questions, please feel free to message through Lagoon Amazing. I will be consistently updating the distance learning FAQs, and I'm hoping to have them posted by Wednesday, May 1st, so keep an eye out for that.